Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurdiana. Now, I would like to explain about current teaching methodology in vocabulary. As we know that vocabulary learning is one very important aspect of language learning. The quality of one's language skill depends on the quantity and quality of the vocabulary they have. When students learn a foreign language, many think that learning vocabulary is fundamental, important, but difficult. Learning vocabulary in an English-speaking classroom is a major challenge for many students because it is an important part of foreign language learning. Okay, the next slide about teaching vocabulary. Teaching vocabulary in school generally done through the first vocabulary teaching and its mean through its use in context, and the second a process of analysis and synthesis of vocabulary when the element of the meaning of the words is taught, and then teaching directly to the meaning of the words from the dictionary as or according to Peck and Emerson. Now consider a variety of sorts to be received attention in vocabulary research during lessons in school, namely the written context and direct classroom teaching. Okay, and the next vocabulary teaching methods. There are two methods of learning vocabulary, namely methods direct methods and indirect methods. The first about direct method. Direct method is a teaching design focused on the goal of teaching vocabulary. Teach how to learn vocabulary and provides repeated decomposition for important vocabulary. According some experts, vocabulary teaching directly describes situations in which words meaning information is given intensively to students, which includes teachers-led teaching and individual work with written material. So, the direct methods include all the methods that directly present the vocabulary as learning materials, such as the method of definition and contextual method. And the second vocabulary teaching methods is indirect method. Free reading is one example indirect vocabulary teaching. The teacher provides class time for reading recreation, holding exchanging activities book, reading experience, and provides variety kinds of books that fit in the classroom that can be includes newspaper, magazines, menulis, catalogs, and so on. Reading for students is also useful for addition of new vocabulary and increased vocabulary. Other forms of method is indirect use of writing activities which has an effective impact on student. While indirect methods include various language activities that support learning vocabulary that includes reading, listening, speaking, and writing. And the next about direct methods, one of the parts of direct method. The direct method is divided into two: the teaching vocabulary, namely the method of definition and contextual method. The following are two common techniques in the method of definitions, namely glossary of words and then words analysis. Okay, and then contextual method. According to Petty, Harold, and So, two commonly used contextual method is the first context guidelines And then incidental learning. Context guidelines. This method is based on the belief the that before the students get the meaning of the words unknown was encountered in context, the teacher must be direct, teach appropriate instruction and how the clues were used. In this practice, this method is purely contextual and pay no attention to studying words as long as the meaning is obtained from reading or listening, and so that meaning unfamiliar words will be acquired faster this way rather than the direct method. And then incidental learning. This procedure includes activities extensive reading and suggests that vocabulary will develop without the teacher's special attention as students read. This incidental learning can occur from listening or reading activities. Okay, thanks. I think enough for this presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.